I don't know. I don't know what your personal, emotional, and spiritual state is. I mean, I was kind of thinking about something earlier on. You know, considering the fact that we are on 300 plus days of the lockdown, and watching friends lose people that they've loved dear, and going through a place where I'm in an emotional roller coaster myself, and watching family members go through their own season and their emotional roller coaster, and to look around and find that everyone is just going through their own storm, and coming from a place where you might even be the strong person in your family, or coming from a place where you were that knowledgeable individual and you've always had your stuff under control, and to be in a place where you're not even sure what you're going to do next, because everything that you've always known, everything that you've always done has been disrupted over the past 300 plus days. And the people that were the authors and the thought leaders in various industries are now put in a position where question marks are loomed over them, or they're looming question marks over themselves, because the very thing that they've held sacred and the very thing that they thought that they knew, they don't know anymore. And I just think to myself, you know, you go on social media and one of the things that I've grappled about is, do I post certain things? Don't I post certain things? Because I'm going through a storm. So what image of the storm that I'm going through do I project? Because I don't want them to see me as weak and vulnerable. But the truth at the end of the day is that I'm taking a beating left, right, and center. And how do I condition and find my angle and balance through the storm and through the chaos that I'm hearing? And I think one of the most important things that came up to me is be allowing myself and allowing yourself to be vulnerable in the storm, allowing yourself to open yourself to the fact that you might not necessarily know everything, but this then puts you in a position for you to position yourself the way that you need to. But I think it's allowing yourself to be vulnerable and saying that, yeah, I might not know everything. Yes, I've lost the people that I held dear. Yes, the control that I thought that I had, I don't have any longer. And I don't even know how I'm going to work around certain things. Allowing yourself to go through that emotional state, emotionally, physically, and also spiritually, you know, to get yourself to a point where you are able to strengthen yourself. Because much of the time when we think of vulnerability, right, it's associated with being weak or being broken, or, you know, people shaming you. And vulnerability at the end of the day, when you kind of think about it, it's opening yourself up to hurt. But you kind of think of, you know, so I think I kind of held myself back a couple of times, thinking about, you know, maybe people might hate on me, maybe people might use my weaknesses against me. But, you know, I've already gone through the storm, and I've already gone through the pandemic. What sort of more pain, what sort of more economic or physical pain do I need to, or rather do I need to hide away from people? And I think that was the critical thing, right? That to stop living for everybody else, to stop being strong for everybody else, to stop thinking about what everybody else is thinking about me, and to start living for me. So that's what vulnerability for me was. Starting to find me, starting to open up to myself about what makes me strong, what makes me weak, how do I strengthen me, where am I the most, where do I need the help, which areas of my life need the most amount of work, which areas of my life need the most amount of help, because there'll always be storms. And every day when we drive in, whether we drive out, whether we walk in, whether we walk out, there's a lot of noise and there's a lot of chaos out there. There's a lot of people coming with their own agendas. You go on social media, there's a lot of doom and gloom. There's a lot of naysayers. Even the smallest of achievements, people want to hate on them because misery loves company. But you need to understand something at the end of the day, that if you, I think, like me, I believe that if I want to get to the other side, and I believe that you want to get to the other side as well, my little submission, it might not be the fact that you're looking for, is to say that open yourself up to being you. What do you honestly need to work on? What do you honestly need to change? What do you honestly need to beef up on? Going into this new month, February, make it a different month. Work on your personality, work on your habits, work on your traits, whether professional or personal. Work on the things that will make you happy at the end of the day. Because I think that's one thing that we've learned over the past couple of days, couple of months being in lockdown, is the fact that life is short enough for you not to be living your life your own way, and living life and living an Instagram life or a social media life that it is not predicated on you living your life your own way and making yourself happy. So my own submission and what I'd like to encourage you to do in the month of February, live your life for you, grow your business your own way, put in the effort, and make sure that when you go out there and you work on getting things done, your own way, because we've branded like company X, Y, and Z. We've grown ourselves like character X, Y, and Z. We've always wanted to be them, but it's all about time that you started to want to be you. It's all about time you started to want to appreciate you. It's all about time that you started to want to, grow yourself and invest in yourself and move yourself to the next level. But most importantly, live for you your own way that will make you happy, so that you are able to reach your level of contentment. But you will never find contentment in other people's smiles, because after they've seen you going through the storm, they also have their own storms and their own no's to deal with. So deal with your own life your own way. Most importantly, talk is cheap, numbers don't lie, proof is in the pudding. Make sure that you always get things done. Happy February. See you in my next video. Check out my YouTube page. God bless you. Get